even still, while things have been getting better, I feel like, there are these little tiny moments, little tiny fucking moments where like I'm just having a moment alone, a moment of quiet. And while I feel super optimistic and super just excited, like I'm gonna do the shit. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna pull myself out of this. It's gonna be great. I'm just sitting here thinking, but like, what if I don't? Then what? I don't know. And it's scaring the living fucking shit out of me. Genuinely do not understand how people who are in less fortunate situations than others, people like me, people like myself, it's just hard to accept that that this is the state that I'm in. Point being is that, bitch, how the fuck, especially in Atlanta, Georgia, do you get around without a car and you don't live in the city? Like, I know the answer. You take the fucking MARTA, which is damn near impossible. Did y'all know the fucking MARTA closes? Like, I've never fucking heard of the train or the bus or public transportation shit just not working. Just thought it closes. What the fuck? I'm from Chicago, bitch. You know, I don't look as bad as I feel, or as hectic or chaotic as I feel. I'm losing my fucking mind. This is what's like killing me. So my dad and I talked the other day, because you know, well, if you don't know, let me just explain it. He's been trying to say that me, don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I have no plan. I have no like course of action. I'm spinning in circles. Like, I'm not getting my life together. Like, basically everything's exploding and I'm not doing anything about it to fix it. And the only solution that he's given is like, you need to focus. You need to focus. You need to focus. You need to focus. Literally, that's all. It's literally the only thing he says. And then he says like, do meditation. Focus. Meditation. And that's literally how he says it. He doesn't ask questions. He doesn't like inquire about anything. He's like, I'm observing. You need to do focus and you need to do meditation. And that's all he says. All of it. It's it. Quick aside, y'all, I'm in the fucking mall. I haven't been in the mall in months. And I'm like a fucking bum. A bum. Ain't nobody in this bitch. Why is this bitch not working? Anyway, sorry. Why is he walking away from me? Hi. Just trying to get Rome. Like
Wow! Sorry.
You're good. Back to the story. Me and my father have talked, and I realized that when I asked him to specify, this bitch literally just described my ADHD to me. Or rather, I inquired like, okay, Dad, what do you mean by I'm not focused? How do you know I'm not focused? You must be observing something that clearly indicates I'm not focused, right? And this bitch literally said like, oh, you're forgetting things, or you're dropping tasks and you don't finish them, or like, I don't know, like you described to me the fucking symptoms of ADHD, bitch. And I'm like, I stared at him and looked at him like, okay, I agree with you, but that's because... Long story short, I don't blow up on him, but I'm like, Dad, I agree with you. That isn't... Like, those two things are not mutually exclusive. I can have ADHD. Number one, he doesn't believe in ADHD. Let's back up. Okay. This music, speaking of ADHD, this music's killing me. My father does not believe in mental illnesses, or he does believe in them, but like for me, I can't have them. Like, I don't have bipolar disorder, I don't have anorexia, I don't have ADHD. And it's like, okay, yeah, so... And like when you try to explain it to him that like, oh, I do have these things, he's like, you just need to do what they do, and they need to focus and do this meditation. And I'm like, okay, Dad, yeah, the meditation can help and all that jazz helps, but it's... I was still hearing voices in June, so what? What I'm trying to say is that I basically conceded everything when I said, yes, Father, I do have ADHD and I do forget things and I do like start tasks and not complete them, and I am running around head chopped off like a chicken, or whatever the expression is. Like, I am chaotic and I'm trying to fix that. For instance, currently I'm at the fucking mall. I'm at Linux because I left all my shit in my friend's car. I was supposed to go home this evening, but I needed the shit in the car. I needed for work because I was working at their house today during the day. And then I realized halfway through everything, I was like, oh shit, I have stuff I need. I went to CVS. I went to DGX, which is just a fancy Dollar General. They didn't have what I needed. So I wasted time trying to go buy those things. The music. So I wasted the time I wasted time trying to go buy these items, realized I couldn't buy these items. So now I'm at the mall because guess what? I still need the fucking items to work. But I guess what? I also know it's my fault for forgetting them in the car anyway. Like, me forgetting them in the car does not mean I'm on drugs. Does not mean I don't know what I'm doing. Does not mean I don't have my life figured out. Does not mean I'm not perpetually trying to have a plan and figure shit out. Father, it means I have fucking ADHD and I'm forgetful, you dumbass. Sorry, that's the level of anger I'm on there. And it's because mostly, like, he's not offering me any wisdom and advice. He's not trying to help me. He's just yelling at me saying, just like, I don't need to ask any questions. I just observe. From your bed, Dad? Because you don't leave that. And it's just like, mostly disheartening because this is my father and he never has anything nice to say at all besides negative criticism. But it's also just like, Dad, where were you for the past 2 or 3 years when I've been struggling? You only now have some shit to say because I'm living at your place. And when I say living, I haven't been, I'm never there. I'm never there. Because, bitch, I hate it there. Hate is a strong word. I actually don't hate it there. It's actually really not that bad. But I don't want to be there. I have, number one, shit to do. I have, work to do. And I have, things I'm actively doing. I haven't been to the club in months. You would think, if you asked him, you would think that, I'm out in the streets. I'm out partying. I'm out blowing a hell of money. I'm like, bitch, no. That's not what I'm doing, Dad. I don't have any money to blow. I'm not out partying. I don't even have any friends anymore. It's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Point being is that, me forgetting shit and me, being chaotic is maybe because my life is fucking chaotic. Huh? Yeah. Maybe I'm like this. Even if it wasn't for the ADHD, I'm responding normally to abnormal situations. You are the reason I have, fucking issues with my brain. You're part of the reason, in terms of the trauma, in terms of the other shit, the bullshit. You can't, then, I have gotten myself this far by myself without you for this long. You can't just all of a sudden now come in and decide to comment. Well, you can, that's what you're doing. But it's just bitch, leave me the fuck alone. It's just well, why can't you show me this? And why can't you show me that? And it's just why would I spend my time chasing you down to try to prove something to you, like grades or homework assignments? Look, Dad, I did this. Low-key, that's kind of what I'm doing because I want him to be proud of me and I want that satisfaction because I never got it and I have deep daddy issues. But regardless, why am I'm not chasing you down to show you what I'm doing or what I'm not doing. If you look, I'm not even gonna explain it on here. Just know that's what I'm dealing with right now. But the point is that he's not wrong about the whole point in all of this is that he's not wrong. I have ADHD, bitch. And right now, I'm feeling really stupid that I forgot this shit in my friend's car because I've wasted 3 hours trying to rectify the situation and I haven't done shit for those 3 hours. So guess what? That's a wash. So it's annoying that the fact that everyone sees that thinks that I'm just exploding or not doing the shit I need to be doing, and I'm just why do y'all think this? Do y'all think this because I'm living with my father? That's why, the physicality of it? Because I had issues beforehand and no one said shit. Nothing, nada, nothing. But is it because my income has decreased? Is it because I'm living with my dad? If that's the case, boo-boo, I almost did it. I'm not going to. It's stupid. I almost applied for an apartment. I almost moved out. I'm moving out in January. No, don't let these people force you to move out. I can move out. That's the story. I can move out. I don't have to be their father because I've gotten myself to where I am now by myself. I've struggled. You haven't seen other struggles. There's been times when I've been just in the fucking trenches, bitch. And I can do it. I'm just choosing to lean on you for support. So I just need to not let him get to me. But it's times like this where I'm just is he right? No, he's not right. He is partially right, but he just doesn't want to listen to the fact that if I was not focused, then think about this. I wouldn't have had built up a budding career, I think. Like, when you look at the things that I've accomplished, especially in the last 2-3 years, even while going through all this bullshit, I'm hella focused. I hella know what I want. I hella go for it, and I hella do what the fuck I say I'm gonna do. Now, in terms of like, you know, progression or like how fast or how many bumps I hit on the way, that's all TBD. As in, like, let's say, for example, for working as an actor. I don't have an agent anymore. I used to have an agent, but I no longer have any management. No longer have an agent, Dad. I booked 2 national TV commercials by myself without an agent. That shows focus. At the same time, I may have or may not have messed up on like 2 to 3, 4 other auditions that could have been really fucking big for me. And when I say messed up, I don't mean like I did badly. I mean like I overslept for them, or some other crazy ADHD type shit happened where I like fucked up, and definitely was like everything was looking good, everything was looking great, and then something like that happened. So it's like, that doesn't mean I'm not focused. That means I have ADHD issues. And then it comes down to like, yes, meditation might help with that. But, you know, I've tried that, and it does help to a degree. But you know what really helps with that? What really helps with ADHD? Therapy and medication, which I don't have because I don't have health insurance, bitch. So if you're not even gonna pay for it, I forgot what I tried to switch up. I tried to switch subjects, and I came right back to this subject. Point being is that I've wasted partial of today, and my dad's in the back of my mind, mostly because like he is right, and he's saying that he wants to help me, but bitch, you know what could really help me? Some Uber money. Like, that's what, honestly, like, I'm not even joking, because I don't have a car. Atlanta's shitty. I need to get my time is being sucked up by taking the fucking. I've spent like $800 on Uber this month. $800 on Uber. He needs to send some Uber money. 6:40 in the morning. There's fucking ice on the ground. You know, I don't know how I live in Atlanta, so it's not supposed to be cold. I'm living in bumfuck. Bitch, if that bus leaves, I swear to God, let's start from the beginning. I've been trying to like bring myself to the point, or to the fact, that I need to save money. I need to save more money than I've been saving. Which means, bitch, you need to start taking public transportation. I don't have a car anymore because my car was totaled. I don't have money to get a new car, or, well, if I did get a new... It's a whole story. Point being is that, bitch, we ain't got no wheels. So, oh my God, pause. So I had the Uber... Why am I like this? Just keep walking. I had the Uber drop me off, and he went one way, and I was like, no, it's not that way. It's this way. And now he's just sitting there watching me. He's probably not watching me at all. But he was right. I was wrong. So now I'm walking to where the bus stop is. And like, bitch, he's right there. He's probably like, bitch, I told your ass where to go. And you didn't want to listen. Well, I don't know where the fucking bus stops are. Okay, first off, this is not even a fucking, like... This is not even a fucking, like, public transportation, bitch. This is a coach charter bus. Like, this is a legit shuttle bus. I'm so fucking far away from Atlanta that there is no regular fucking public transportation bus. I had to take a fucking coach bus. This is like... Number one, I got on the bus, y'all. I didn't know what to do. I tried to... It's cold as shit. It's like, it's way too fucking cold for this fucking trench coat, bitch. Okay. So a couple of things, bitch. Number one, crazy how there's a fucking coach bus. Number two, what I was trying to explain was that I got on the coach bus. Do I call it the martyr, or do I call it a coach bus? I got on the bitch, and I was like trying to figure out, like, I know you have to pay when you get on, but it's a coach bus. It's the same thing as a normal bus, but you have to pay. I didn't know, this Starbucks better be open, bitch. It's too cold for this. I got on it, and I didn't know where, like, to pay. Like, I didn't even know, like, number one, my little card didn't work. And then I tried to, like, put cash in, and that, like, didn't work. And then it was $3, it's like only $2.50. So, like, I mean, it just obviously I hadn't been on it before, so it's kind of awkward. So the guy was looking at me like, Imagine if you're going to the airport for the first time and you don't know what to do with TSA. That's what it felt like. So this is what's fucking pissing me off about my father's comments. Like, I'm wasting time and he doesn't see me doing shit. But, you know, at the same time, he really, really wants to help me. He wants to do everything he can. And, like, he wants to be supportive. And he thinks he's being supportive by just yelling and saying nothing that does anything for me besides, like, bitch. Point being is that, bitch, I'm walking in a fucking country because he lives far as shit, and I don't want to Uber everywhere because, bitch, that's expensive. So yeah, I'm wasting time because I need to get to point A to point B. It takes me like 2 hours to go any fucking where, and I just went to Walmart. I got some food at the gas station, and I'm at Goodwill. And bitch, I left 2 hours ago. So maybe if he wants to send $30 for a Uber, that'd be helpful. So it's Thanksgiving, y'all. And I'm not going to say my family doesn't believe in mental illness, or they don't. I'm not going to say they don't believe that anorexia is a real thing. I'm not going to say that they don't believe that. Come here, Shy. I'm not going to say that they don't believe it's a real thing. Because obviously people have anorexia. This way, Shy. I think they know, or they've heard that I've had anorexia. I've told them that I have anorexia, that I'm living with a restrictive eating disorder. But did they believe me? Or did they understand what that actually means? I don't think so. It's Thanksgiving though, and your boy is freaking the fuck out. I do not want to eat anything. I don't want to go in. I don't want to. I'm going to eat, but I don't want to eat around people. I don't want to eat around all of them at the dinner table. I don't want to do that. Yeah, and I don't need questions about it either. I just don't. I have to explain it to them, and when I say it, like, I need to eat by myself, downstairs, away from y'all. I need to eat in small quantities, multiple times, like a day. Don't ask me why the fuck I'm outside. I'm not even walking the dog now. Point is that my family might not be aware of my eating disorder right now, or they might have put it in the back of their fucking heads, but they're about to become very fucking aware. Because as soon as somebody says, why aren't you eating? And I say, I don't want to, I'm not comfortable, or whatever I say, and they have some shit to say, I'm about to pop off. Because I'm this close already. I'm this close. What is this? Let me put my phone away. Here's an example, because I just went upstairs, fucking summoned by my father, because I put the box of peppermints. Now, the box of peppermints came from Amazon. I saw the package outside, brought the package inside. The peppermints normally sit on the kitchen counter. So there's a bowl, peppermints, you kind of get the idea. You can come and get as you please. The bowl this morning, as discussed with my stepmom, was in the dishwasher. So, because it's in the dishwasher, there's no thing there for peppermints. I put the box of peppermints after opening it. See, it was peppermints. Put the box where the bowl normally sits. And then went downstairs. Moments later, my dad calls me upstairs and proceeds to say, come here. Then says, now, I don't see why you would do this. Doesn't make any sense. It's not what I would do. Says this verbatim. See, you don't know how to live with a family. Now, which that sentence, number one, is all wrong. Number one, why would you say I don't... Again, he says the craziest shit, so not why, as in, like, why would you say that, Dad? But, like, who the fuck says you don't know how to live with a family? Because, like, what if I didn't know how to live with a family? Like, what does that mean? Me not knowing how to live with a family insinuates that I don't know anything about family, love, connection, whatever. Since, literally, I can remember, because I don't remember the time I was with him, when I was living with him, when I was, like, 3. I don't remember that. But I do remember is that at the age of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way up until now, because I have lived, or because I grew up with my aunt and uncle, and my father has some very choice views of them. They have very choice views of each other. I have very choice views of both of them, because now that I'm an adult, I'm realizing, like, oh, both of y'all are batshit fucking crazy and have issues and need it there, like, just a whole bunch of shit. Point being, though, is that even as a child, he would use that language against me in a way that would be alienating. Quite literally verbatim telling me as a kid, like, I don't know how to love because I've never been loved, because I grew up, or I'm growing up currently, it was when I was a child, so I was growing up in my aunt and uncle's house. I was growing up in an environment where people lied, and people were lied to me, and people were teaching me how to lie, and that I didn't know how to love, and that, like, it was impossible for me to even love him because it's an action word and I don't show it, and, like, I couldn't grasp the idea of what love is. Like, he told me this as a 7, 8-year-old kid, 6-year-old kid, like, many times. Like, every single time I would say, I love you, Dad. No, you don't know what love is. You can't, like, like, it was this... Point being is that it's these little comments, like the peppermint bowl. Like, you don't know how to grow up with a family that, over the years, gets to you. Like, when I say how many, like, I can't tell you how many times these things have come up. If it's not that, it's, again, I'm a liar, or I've been taught to lie, because that's just naturally where it is. I don't really know what family's about. I don't know this. I don't know that. I'm alienated from my family because I grew up. It's alienating. And it's something that's been, like, literally burned in my brain that, like, there's something wrong with me. And there will always be something wrong with me because there's something wrong with that side of my family. Quite literally, 2 weeks ago, he was talking about, and this was actually a good conversation, but it was still just like, what the fuck? That I have the same mannerisms as, I say this, I love her, I don't mean it this way, but, like, so y'all can get what he was basically saying. He was saying I have the same mannerisms as my junkie mother, and that when he sees me, he's always watching me to see, like, if I'm being shifty or not. And I'm just like, I literally have given you 0 reason to believe that. Why is that how you're viewing me? And again, that was a very good conversation. He was very open and honest, and he was not yelling at me. He was not saying it as a fact. He was confessing and saying that he's having trouble dealing with that. That was better than all the other times where he just point blank said, bitch, you're a liar. You don't know how to love. Like, you don't know anything about family. You've never grown up in a family. You don't know this. You don't know that. You don't know this. And he'll just say it instead of, like, trying to maybe teach his side, or, like, number one, that's fucked. It's just, hopefully I'll get that. It's that shit being said to me at a very young age for, like, my entire childhood, and I'm still hearing shit like that now, which is why I was so bothered by the damn peppermints. Like, I don't, like, even if you don't agree with their methods, or you don't agree with them, or whatever the fuck is going on between y'all two, that's still my family on my mom's side. I still grew up with them. I know what family was for us. And, like, I think it's just... Anyway, he said, see, you don't know how to live with a family. Why would you leave this here when you know the peppermints are supposed to go in the jar, and you just left the box here for someone else to deal with? Now, mind you, I left the box there because, bitch, we were cleaning the bowl. Even if that wasn't the case, I'm feeling some type of way because I'm just like, okay, so I didn't just leave the box of peppermints there. Maybe I could have been lazy because, you know, honestly, that's actually what I was. Let's, okay, let me level set with y'all. I didn't even check the dishwasher. I knew that it was in the dishwasher. I knew that she had cleaned it this morning. But, bitch, like, I was busy. I'm young. I don't know. I was lazy, okay? The fact that he said, why would you leave it there on the table for someone else to put in the bowl? Like, why would you do that? Why would you put the burden on someone else? You don't know how to live with a family. Suggests that I fucking did it on purpose because I didn't want to do it. And that, like, I wanted someone else to do it. Is that, like, am I fucking tripping here? Like, in the sense that, no, actually, I would have done it if the bowl was there. Number two, I was just lazy when the bowl being in the dishwasher. I don't know if the dishwasher was done. I don't know. I just wasn't thinking too much about it. It wasn't because I was wanting to push it off on somebody else. Point being is that I feel like I'm not that unfazed by it. I'm just trying to point out examples as to why I am pissed. Because it's like, not only would I hear that constantly as a child, you don't know how to live with a family at the age of 5. But it's like, you're my biological father. It's like me saying, you don't know how I have no kids. Like, bitch, what are you talking about? Like, how are you gonna... Let's take a step back, and if you think that, and if you feel that, why doesn't your child know how to live with a family? Sounds like you fucked up something. And then even if that was the case, why would you tell that to said child? And that's like, honestly, y'all, that's so fucking mild. That's like the mildest. That's like the sprinkles on top of the sundae. That gets I mean, that was just like a pure example. But it's these small things, and the big things, over 27 years of my life. Every single day, that alienate me from people who are supposed to be closest to me. Like, alienate me in the sense that I've now learned that I am somehow different than family, or I am not a part of this family, or I don't know how to live with this family, even though I'm supposed to be in this family and also feel like I'm supported and that they're there for me, but I don't know how to live with a family. Like, it's like, make those two things congruent. Congruent means make those two things parallel. Because right now they're congruent. Congruent means next to you. You know what the fuck I mean? I don't know. Y'all, so, point of view, I have a new friend here, and look at the fucking space I brought them into, and all this stuff, and I've just now realized that I'm cleaning off a place for somebody to sit, like, down, and maybe this is why I'm always feeling stressed, because in, like, the transition from moving here, then, like, being at my dad's house, and then possibly, like, LA, whatever, like, this transition is that I didn't consider this to be, like, a home. Quite literally, it's been, like, a workspace environment, really only, as in, like, you sit in this chair to work, and then everything else is storage. So now that I'm actually trying to, like, put it together and make it a home and realize that you can't really make it a home because you haven't done that, it's like, now maybe this is why you feel this way, bitch. Maybe this is why you feel stressed and, like, not housed and not homed, or not loved, like, a loving home. Because, like, it hasn't been one. What's today's date? December 15th. My horoscope has been talking about, and I've obviously been feeling this, and I know this to be true, that I need to stop, like, thinking about what I've lost. Stop. It said a very specific frame of mind. It said, the gist of it was, stop fantasizing about what you've lost and focus on what you still have. So today, December 15th, 2023, I'm thankful that I can walk. My friend Andy, he can walk now, but he lost his leg last year, and not saying that he's down bad or, like, I'm not pitying him, because he's the strongest person I know. He's fucking back to work like nothing happened. Like, he didn't fucking lose a leg. That's a whole nother story. That bitch got superpowers. I swear to God. But no, it's to say that, like, I'm thankful for the mobility to get off the bus I was just on. I'm thankful for the money that I had. The little money that I did have, I'm thankful for it because I was able to take the bus. I'm thankful for the fact that I was able to go into the city, see some friends, have some good times. I have service right now. You know, we haven't always had service. I'm thankful that I have a home to be coming back to, because in this transient for myself mode of, in this time of my life, I've met a lot of people who are unhoused. I've thought to myself, like, the bus from where I am right now, the fucking middle of nowhere, only leaves in the morning and only comes back in the afternoon. So I've had to figure out what to do in Midtown or downtown or in the city during the day. That's made me think about, you know, not necessarily having a place always to go. I mean, I go to Starbucks, I have a co-working membership. I'm thankful for that. Point being is that, like, I could be homeless, theoretically, you know? Or, sorry, I could be unhoused. And I'm thankful that I'm not. I'm thankful that when I get back, there's going to be food. I'm thankful for a lot of what I have. I have a lot. And while I might have lost a lot, part of me wants to ramble all the things I've lost. I'm not going to do that because they're just things, honestly. I was going to say I didn't lose anybody this year, but I did lose a friend. So I just want to get through one year where I don't lose people. But I think that's the biggest thing. I'm thankful for mobility, and I'm thankful for the few dollars I had today to get myself some Taco Bell. I got myself a Starbucks. I was able to get from point A to point B because not everybody has that. And that's a blessing in and of itself. It's probably the biggest blessing in and of itself. My grandmother would always say, you know, your health is the biggest it's the biggest blessing of all.